you are looking forward to the new year. I am, and excited about what this new year will bring. My family has been through quite a few changes last year, and looking forward to now settling in to a new season of life. And I know that for some of you, changes have taken place. Changes may be taking place in the new year. But as I said, I hope that you are looking forward to it and that it will bring you much joy. So this video is all about looking back at 2024 and looking forward to 2025 for life in general and for this channel. And so I am going to be checking out my notes to make sure that I don't forget anything as I talk about last year and look forward to this new year. So first of all, I just want to thank you for your support of my channel in 2024. I grew so many new subscribers, even the views, the thumbs up, the likes of my videos all grew, and it's all because of you, because you choose to watch my videos, you comment and connect with me, and give my videos thumbs up, share my channel, so many things. Just viewing my videos is such a huge support, and I just want to make sure you know that you are greatly appreciated, that I do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you for that. So I was watching one of Ella at No Catchy Name, her videos, and she was talking about how she had chosen a theme word for this past year and what her new theme word, she actually picked 2 for this coming year, 2025 would be. I think others have done it as well. I forgot whose video I was watching. I don't think they were like a crocheter, knitter, yarn dyer, anything like that in that genre. But they were also talking about a theme or keyword for the year. And so it just got me thinking, if I have goals or things I want to accomplish, what would a keyword, a theme word, or words be that would encompass what I want to do or my goals for the upcoming year? And I came up with 2 words. The first word is diligent. And that is because I really need to be diligent in getting things done now that we are mostly settled here in the United States, in Tennessee. I need to, now that we've bought most everything we're going to buy, like big furniture wise for the house, and even all the little things like sheets and towels and pots and pans. Now that all of that has been done, I need to really be diligent about setting a budget and figuring out, because I am retired, I am not working right now, what that means for our family. I want to be diligent in doing that this year because it's been very difficult to do that with all the things that we've had to do to get settled back into the United States. I took a course in technical editing, passed that course, and now ready to really start working on getting my tech editing business up and running. And so I need to be diligent and really plan and set aside what time times during the week am I going to focus on getting my business going? What times am I going to focus on getting videos done? What times am I going to set aside for knitting, crocheting, fiber arts? One of the things with my videos that I want to do is also to get my videos up at least a day ahead of time. Not exactly 24 hours, but maybe posting the night before I want the video to go up. And so being able to schedule videos ahead of time. And so, yeah, so that is my first word, diligent, to really plan and get those things sorted and put in time slots, would you call it, so that I can be better at getting things done in a timely way. So I think that's kind of what I am thinking about. And also, obviously, keeping a budget so that I know what I need to do. How much work do I need in order to help provide some? So yeah, so those, that is the first theme word. The other theme word is the word gracious. And so at the end of this video, and I always put timestamps so that you, if you want, you can click ahead. But at the end of the video, when I do my Bible study devotion, then I will talk about why the word gracious is one of my theme words for this year. And so you can wait, you can click ahead, but it is another theme word that I think would encompass some of my goals, especially spiritual goals for the upcoming year of 2025. All right, so just in general, the fiber arts, crochet, knitting thoughts I have about 2024. The first topic is crochet-a-longs. I had so much fun connecting through crochet-a-longs. There were challenges, but there was also things that I did that I am not sure I really wanted to do. I'm not sure wanted is a good word, but maybe I wanted to do them, but it turned out that, I don't know that, well, it kept me from doing things that I really did want to do more. So maybe that's it. It was things that I wanted to do, but it also kept me from things that I really wanted to do more. So I'll give you some examples of that. I participated in Casandra at Craftably Ever After, her Amigurumi World Tour 2024, which was great fun. I think it's actually still ongoing. I don't think the book has made it to everybody yet. And it was great fun because I could crochet when I wanted to crochet. I could crochet things that I wanted to crochet, but I didn't put pressure on myself to crochet everything. There were some projects in the book that I just didn't really want to do. Some of those plants that you had to crochet and put a dowel rod in and put them in a pot plant, and that was just more than I wanted to do. So it was really nice to be able to pick and choose the projects that I wanted to do. Unlike this project back here, this blanket, I love this blanket. I am super glad I did this blanket, but this blanket was done, I think, in 4 weeks. I think 4 or 5, maybe the 5th week was like sewing everything, all the squares together. But most weeks you made at least 8 squares. There was a week I think you made 9, maybe one week you made 7, but an average of 8 squares a week. And it actually took away from things that I wanted to get done because I wanted to have this blanket out for Christmas, and I did. And it was beautiful. That's why I still have ends to sew in, because I was trying to get it done so that I could have it on display out as decoration for Christmas. And although it was fun and it wasn't something I didn't want to do, it did take away from projects that I kind of wanted to do more. Or as I'm working on this going, oh, I wish I could start this project, but I knew if I started, I'd get sucked into that and not finish the blanket. And I really wanted, as I said, to finish the blanket. So that's what I found out about crochet-a-longs. I think there is an ongoing cowl that I'm kind of glad I didn't join, because it is doing something every week. And even though it's small, it's not something that I'm dying to do. Although and I probably will say this more than once, and since I'm turning 60 this month, I can say it, I think I invented FOMO. Back 60 years ago or 50 years ago, when I was old enough to know I was missing out, we didn't call it FOMO. That term was not thought of, but I had it, and had it bad. And so I do sense a little bit of that, missing out on this crochet-along that's going on with some of the podcasters I've connected with. But I just think it would have been something that would take away from projects that I actually really, really want to do. So that is kind of my take on crochet-alongs. And I think, as I'll speak about later for the upcoming year, I'm going to be kind of picky about what crochet-alongs I join. I love the connections, but there are some things that I really want to do in the upcoming year. All right, so bougie crochet wearable, next topic. I really loved it. I want to continue it. I want to highlight how crochet is worthy of the great yarns that are out there, the lovely yarns that are out there, but also it is that humble, beautiful art that creates wonderful wearables that we should be proud to wear out in public. And so that series I really enjoyed, and I think those of you that view my channel really enjoy that series as well. My videos, I added the bougie crochet wearable. I think it was great to add a second video during the week, but I don't think that I think I picked the right number. I don't think if I had gone more than that it would have been good for me. I stay, even though I'm retired, I stay busy during the week, and I get the opportunity to do things with my husband and to help him as we work with and host people that are looking to go overseas like we did. And it's just a lot of fun to do some of those things in this new season of retirement. And so I think I'm going to stick with 2 videos a week, unless I do something like I have done before with the hashtag Battle of the Stitches. So those kind of things that I do every once in a while, I might add a 3rd video in during the week. But I did really love doing Vlogmas. I'll add that. I'm so glad I did it. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of work editing those videos, but it was fun as I went through my day to think, ooh, I need to video this, or I need to take a photo of this. I think I enjoyed it, and it would be something I'd want to do again at the end of this year in December, and maybe it'll even turn out better as I think of more and more things, and I remember to video more and more things that we do during the month of December. So I did enjoy that series. I have had a great year connecting with creators and other podcasters. And towards the end of 2024, I kind of made it a goal to connect with creators, fiber artists, fiber enthusiasts, crocheters, knitters, through Instagram. And that has been great fun, and I have enjoyed that quite a bit. Shannon at Shannon Talks Yarn mentioned something about connecting and focusing on channels that really were uplifting. She said that she would watch, and didn't name names, but she would watch some videos and may not have been even within the yarn community, the fiber community, but would watch videos, and then she felt unhappy, sad, not uplifted after watching those videos. And I kind of understand what she meant. There were a few, I want to say they were mostly lives that I watched that I didn't come away feeling like they were uplifting. They were more complaining about things than they were uplifting. And so even though I would love to connect with the yarn community more and more, I think we have to realize we can't watch them all. And so watching those that are uplifting. And in 2024, I really found several people, groups of people that are so positive and so much fun to be a part of. And definitely want to focus on watching their channels more and more, and just say, in 2024, I really appreciate the friendships that I made. They're not a lot, but the few interactions that I have had with podcasters that just have brought me a lot of joy, and look forward to continuing, the yarn community that I have found. I think we each personally find our community because we watch a variety of yarn, fiber videos, and other things that we're interested in, videos on those topics as well. And I just don't know if topics is a right word. I keep using the word topics. But anyway, on those channels and topics as well. And I think it's really important to understand. And one of the things I learned in 2024 is that I just can't watch them all. I love finding new channels that I really enjoy. But yes, must realize, again, that FOMO, that I cannot watch them all and connect with every single yarny person, foodie person, organization person, whatever it is on YouTube. So those are some of the things that I learned from 2024. But the biggest thing I learned was that even through moving from overseas, the people that have watched my video and continued with me through the years, when I went from Bible study only to including yarn, and some of the changes and the moving and the inconsistencies, I do appreciate you, every single one of you, and look forward to getting to know you more in 2025. All right. So what then are my goals for 2025. Well, I call them goals, but really it's things that I would like to do. It's just neat to really think about what I want to accomplish crafting wise for 2025. So whether you call it, all that to say, it's a long way to say, whether you call it setting goals or just talking about things you'd like to get done, that's what this next section is all about. So my main thing that I will always include in my videos is a thoughts devotion on what I am studying in the Bible every day. So I am working my way through the Old Testament. I also read through Psalms and looking at a New Testament book as well. And so I will be sharing at the end of all my podcasts what I have learned following the Discovery Bible Study method, which is asking, what does it say about God? What does it say about people? How can I obey? What's the implication or application for me? And who can I share with? I will be doing that at the end of each podcast video that I put out, which will, I plan on being weekly. So that is going to be going on. Crafting. I really want to do more knitting. I am enjoying the scarf. I did quite a bit on my yarn advent calendar scarf. It's called the Sleigh All Day Cowl. And it's a cowl, but it's going to be like an infinity scarf. And so I really am enjoying that. I'm enjoying learning new stitches. I'm working on a brioche section right now. And I really want to do more knitting. I love sock knitting. I want to do a muscle burrow hat. And there's just so many goals that I have with my knitting, and I want to get better at it. And so I want to do more of that. I would like to do a pair of socks a month. It will be a challenge. I don't know that I will succeed in that because I am a slow knitter, but I should be able to do a pair of socks a month. And so that is going to be my goal for this year. And even if in January I don't get a pair done, I'm not going to be too disappointed. But it will, I'm hoping, give me the push I need to work harder and concentrate and really set aside time to work on socks and get that done. I'd like to knit my mom a pair of socks. She tried on the one I'm working on because I have one finished. It fit her. She thought it was comfortable. I don't know that she'll wear it. She does wear boots, so she may wear socks that I knit her with her boots. But I'd like to do that. Knit my daughter another pair. I'd like to knit my son a pair and see if he'd actually wear them. And so, and work through my yarnable stash as well. So, let's see. I would love to do a mosaic blanket. My friend Ursula at OM Granny Square, I miss her dearly, very much. Ursula, if you see this, I miss you. But she loved mosaic blankets. I would love to do one this year and make it a year-long project. And maybe you can let me know if you would be interested in doing it maybe as a crochet-along or just, keeping each other accountable through the year. That might be something to consider, that I would consider, is hosting a crochet-along for a mosaic blanket. I want to do more embroidery. I got an embroidery gift this year from my husband, which is you crochet really tiny symbols or words or numbers or whatever that represent different things that take place during the year. So, and then it makes one big circle of the year's events. So it's kind of like a temperature blanket, but you don't do it every day, and it's embroidery. So I would like to work on embroidery and sewing. I have a sewing table here. I have my desk over here. I would like to do more sewing projects, and I've got projects that I have bought patterns for and material for, so I would like to do more of that. I plan on joining in to a couple of make-alongs or crochet-alongs or events. I don't know what you would call it, but first of all, KK and Kristen at K&K Crochet are going to do a hexie cardigan crochet along. And I'm definitely joining in that because like KK, and maybe Kristen, but KK's mentioned it, that she has been really wanting to make a hexie cardigan and see what it's all about. And so, yeah, so I'm joining in with that. Teresa at Critters Crochet has asked me to be part of the Decade Divas, which takes place in October. I have done hashtag Battle of the Stitches with Heather and Teresa. Heather is at Strings and Threads, and plan on doing a few more of those. They are so much fun. I will not be doing January because I'm going to be getting cataract surgery, spending 3 weeks in Texas for surgery and for a conference. And so, yeah, I just didn't want to make a plan to do that when I'm going to be busy and with family and at a conference. So, but I do plan on at least doing that maybe 3 more times this year. It was so much fun. I really enjoy that series that they're doing. And as I said before, I know my friend Litsa at Coco's Crochet is planning a few crochet-alongs. So depending on what they are, I think I would love to join in. I really did enjoy crochet through the decades that she did from August to November last year. So, but I am going to be discerning because, as I said, I don't want it to take away from some of the things that I might want to do more, some of those projects that I get started, that I want to do more. I definitely, and I keep saying this, but I definitely want to knit a sweater and really do Shandy's course, from Chandi from Expression Fiber Arts, her course on knitting your first sweater. I want to do that. That will definitely be cast on. I may take it to Texas with me, but I want to get that done, and or at least get it cast on and be working on that. More videos, as I mentioned before, I think 2 in a week is good, but I thought about doing a crochet and chat or knit and chat, and I think maybe the weeks that I don't have Bougie Crochet Wearable, I might do that kind of video so that I'm at least putting out 2 a week. Yeah, because I think that is going to be plenty for me. Shannon, again, at Shannon Talks Yarn, talked about a yuck bag. And she talked about going through your yarn to be, to have a happy, successful, a good, yarny year, and going through your stash and just putting aside yarn that you're just not interested, that you just don't really like, you don't, whether it's weight-wise, color-wise, fiber-wise, whatever it is, that you're just not all that interested in using, and putting that in a bag. not getting rid of it per se, but putting it aside so that you can see the yarn you do want to work with. And then later deciding, do I give this away or am I going to try it now? Maybe there's a lull in projects and you think, maybe I should give this yarn a try. Or maybe it's just something that you've had for a while and maybe your tastes have changed. You don't like thinner yarn anymore. If you learn to use thinner yarn, you don't like thicker yarn anymore. Whatever it is that you can give away, but to go ahead and put it in a bag and set it aside so that you can use the yarn that you do like. And I think I'm gonna do that. Maybe start in February when I get back home. Social media, Facebook, I'm just not a fan. And so I've joined some groups way back when, and I just am not gonna join any more Facebook groups. There's so many out there. So if you have a Facebook group, I'm not joining because I don't want to be in your particular group. I just don't want to be in any groups. I like Instagram a whole lot and YouTube. And again, just like watching everybody's video, I don't have time to do every social media app, whatever, that there is out there. And so I kind of want to focus on my videos and on getting photos out and keeping up through Instagram. So I'm not against your groups. I just can't do that much social media during the week. So because my other goal is, my last one that I have in my list is to get my business up and running. So I'll just stick in a little advertisement here. But if you are thinking about publishing any patterns, I would love to help you get the best pattern out there so that your design business can flourish. It's called Flourish Tech Editing, the Flourish theme. I just love that word, and I love flowers, so I thought it was a great word to use for not only my YouTube channel, but for my tech editing business. And so, yeah, yes, I am doing it as a business, but really it's because I feel like I'm not a designer. I'm left brain. I love math. I love editing. I love symmetry and design. And I want to help your patterns really sell well if you choose to sell them. I really want your patterns to get good reviews and for your business if you were thinking about designing patterns to flourish. And so I have a website. It's all in the description box below. You can also contact me through my YouTube email, which is in the description box. But if you go to my website, it will connect you with my business email. So enough of the advertisement. But that is one thing I definitely want to focus on in 2025, is getting that up and going. I think that is everything. It's everything that I have in my list. I look forward to a great 2025 together. And like every video, I want to end with a devotional, but it is centered around that second theme word that I chose, called grace or gracious. And so I want to share with you, I was reading this devotion, 25 Days of Advent, And I'm really thinking it is a devotion that I will read through in my Vlogmas next year, but I was on day 22. And the verse was John 1, and it was verses 14 to 18. And it says, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. John testified concerning him. He cried out, saying, 'This is the one I spoke about when I said, he who comes after me has surpassed me because he was before me.' Out of his fullness," so Jesus' fullness, "we have all received grace in place of grace already given. For the law was given through Moses. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God but the one and only Son, who is himself God and is in closest relationship with the Father, has made him known." Grace was said several times. And through some things that happened towards the end of December, where I was hurt and felt like, as I read this scripture, God was asking me to be gracious towards that person that hurt me. Not me personally, the hurt that the other person felt affected me deeply and put me in a really difficult spot, as you would say, between a rock and a hard place. But God, through that verse, said, you need to be gracious. And because, when you get hurt, you think, "Oh, how can I get back at them?" And you think of all these ways. Well, we're human, and we have a sinful nature, a selfish nature, and we want to get back when we have been hurt. And that's how I felt, still struggling with forgiveness, but working through that step by step. And part of that is just reading this scripture and hearing the Lord say, you need to be gracious. So I was always taught that grace meant gift that you don't deserve. Somebody gives you a gift because they love you. You've done nothing except maybe had a birthday or it's Christmas, but you have done nothing. They just love you and they give you a gift. Whereas mercy is withholding punishment, where we deserve punishment, but that punishment is then withheld. So grace is a gift that is given out of love. Now, I could argue with God and say, okay, but I'm not feeling much love right now. But Jesus gave us a gift. He gave us, by taking our place and taking our punishment, he gave us the gift of forgiveness, of being right with God, who is no longer angry at us because of our sin, because he sees Christ's righteousness when we trust him and believe in him. We were. So the verse says, and I forgot where it is, but it just came to mind, that it says, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. So I think sometimes we pass over that word sin as whatever, okay, we do things that are wrong. But what it is our selfish nature, our prideful nature, our rebellion, selfishness, our desire to know all, to be all, to rule all. We have this even sense of a hatred towards God because he is all, but we want to be all. And that's what happened with Adam and Eve, the beginning. They wanted to be God. And we're all like that. And yet, Christ died for us. He gave us a gift of a right relationship with God, forgiveness. And we didn't even ask for it. We didn't even really want it. We didn't say sorry because I do bad things. He did it even though we were rebelling and fighting against him. And that, because of Jesus's love for me and forgiveness and grace he showed me, I need to do the same thing. Not just for the person who hurt me, but for everyone. I need this year in 2025 to be gracious towards everyone, because I'm pretty sure somebody will hurt my feelings again, or do something wrong towards me or someone I love. We live in that kind of world. We are that kind of people. And I think God is just calling me to live a life of graciousness this year in 2025. And so that's why it is my second theme word for this year. So all that said, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to put out a video that shows you some of the progress on projects that I have made. I talked about my Sleigh all day cowl that I have been working on, and I will update you on some of those in a video that I plan coming out on Friday. So stay tuned for that, and y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, y'all.